you're inside the stitchery, and I'm so happy you're here today. Would you like to see how I failed? Stay tuned. A while back, I was asked by a friend of mine, Teresa at Critters Crochet, to create a specific kind of tot. If you don't know what a tot is my creation that roughly is the shape of a tater tot, and I turn them into different characters from movie and TV and characters in my own head. And they're really fun and really easy to make. This is my kitty tot, my first one I ever released, and this is Salem Saberhagen from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. In fact, I even have Sabrina. But yes, so those are my creations, but she asked for a specific one for a Christmas gift for someone. I won't say who. And I said, sure, I could design something like that. And she didn't want me to design it and give it to her. She wants to make it herself, which I completely understand. But that means I had to write up a pattern. So she wanted grease. Specifically, You're the One That I Want, Danny and Sandy, which, fun fact, is one of the top couples costumes for Halloween ever. I was asked to create that. Do you see Sandy's hair? I've never made that before, so I had to experiment, and I failed big time. So let me show you Danny first. Danny turned out good. Now Danny turned out good because I had just created Ken from the Barbie movie in the disco attire. Here he is. This is my disco Ken tot. He's one of my favorite tots I've ever made. I love it. I even did the little K on his jumpsuit. I love him so much. He was fantastic in the film, and the tot just turned out so cute. The little slick back hair. Yeah, I love it. It turned out so cute. And I showed her this picture, and that's when we both got the idea, ooh, grease would be fun. And she's like, oh, can you do, that? And I was like, oh, can I? So that's where that all started. So as you can see, Ken's hair is kind of 50s-ish, which makes sense because the doll came out in the 50s, 60s. So they tried to make Ryan Reynolds, look like the doll. And that made me think that Danny Zuko would be really easy because, basically all you have is a jumpsuit. Here's the thing. If you were on Instagram several months ago, you probably saw my panic over black yarn. Look at this picture of Danny and Sandy. What do you see? Black on black on black. I don't want them to look like my Potter tots. So here's Ron. Yeah, I don't want them to look like they're wearing a wizard robe. So I had to find a way for them to be separated in some way, and I didn't know how to do that. So I thought about it, and I was like, well, a belt would be good. They all have belts in their pictures. However, you can't see it on black yarn. So I actually took a picture of all of the black yarns I had. Some of my black yarns had sparkle in it. Some of my black yarns had like a metallic sheen. And I just went through I think I used every black yarn I've got. And I was just trying to find ways to make them different in some way. So here is Danny Zuko. Ta-da! So that little shimmer you see is his belt. That's the best way I could think of to kind of say this is the shirt and this is the pants. So I don't know if I can get any closer. Can you see? This is surface crochet to make this little belt out of my sparkly black yarn. His hair is the Wander acrylic from Furls because it has this like metallic sheen to it. You could also use Karen Simply Soft. That would work too. Or the what is it? The anti-pilling stuff from Lion Brand. What is that called? Well, the anti-pilling yarn. It kind of has this sheen to it as well. So you could use any of those. So I gave him, the slick back hair, and they gave him the little sideburns. I love that. So Danny came out great. you know, you look at him and you're like, yeah, that's a character from like the 50s because of the hair. Yeah, I can see that. And like his little eyebrows too. Looks like he's up to something. But yeah, so I made Danny Zuko and he was easy. Let's talk about Sandy. Sandy has an off-the-shoulder shirt and then this little metal thing, which I left off. I left off the metal thing just for this particular design because I don't know. I might write it into the pattern, but I didn't do it myself. I would honestly just use a metal ring, like for jewelry, like a jump ring or something. That would work. Just take some needle and thread and just sew it there and that would look perfect. But I was trying to figure out a way to distinguish her top from her bottom and then her, like, how can I make it look off the shoulder? Well, I can't, let's be honest. But I can try and make it look like there's a different part of her outfit. So what I did was I changed to a sparkly black yarn for just the top part right here. And then here down from the middle is like another sparkly black yarn. One has sparkly in color in it. One has sparkly in like gold or silver. Looks like silver in it. And then I tried to do her bottom half as just plain. Like her, you know, her leather pants. I think I used the Wander acrylic for that so they'd be kind of shiny like leather. And then her hair. Okay, her hair took me hours to just figure out. And then when I did it, I can't believe I'm showing you this. Here is Sandy version 1. She looks like a mom in the 50s. Actually the 60s with the hair, yeah, the 60s definitely. Here's the top. This is all one piece, by the way. There is no sewing except to sew it to the head. Like to sew the pieces down, but everything else is made in one piece. These are bobble stitches. If you saw my stitches tag videos, you know how I love a bobble. So yeah. It just doesn't look like Sandy. It looks like somebody's mom or a character from the 60s, which is the wrong decade. So yeah, and then here's her outfit. So see I even did a partial, a little bit of a slip stitch here to try and show definition between the pants. And you kind of see the difference between the top and the bottom because of the glitter. Like it does kind of show, but no. So I learned from that. See, don't give up, you guys, because you can learn from your failures. That's why I say never, ever throw away a picture of a failure. You don't have to keep your failures, but take pictures of them because you will learn from step to step. I'm a new designer. I've only been designing like a couple years. And it's a lot of work and a lot to learn, but you can learn from it. So her hair, you know, this part I liked. It was like, okay, this part is really good. It's just too poofy. So I need to make tighter curls. And then up here, I was like, well, if I did, you know, a row where I'm closing the head, so if I close the head and I leave one of the rows as a back loop only, then my front loops are exposed and I can attach the hair after every piece. That's what I did for Hermione Granger. And she does have a tutorial. So, Hermione. So her hair is all one piece. Anyway, so that's what I did for her. So, see, again, you can learn from step to step. And then I hated this. This had to go. I hated it so much. I was like, no. And then the bobbles, I love bobbles, but this looked wrong. And so I had to fix that. And then her collar. I needed to do something that looked like a collar. So here is Sabrina from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So she has a little collar because she's wearing a collared shirt. And I was like, well, I could do something like that that kind of shows that she's got a, you know, something to her shirt here, because right now she looks like, you know, she's wearing like a dress or something, and she's not wearing a dress, so I had to do something. So I added like a diagonal of like a slip stitch, and then a single crochet, another single crochet, and then a bunch of half doubles around her neck, and then come back for single, single, and then slip stitch into the last one and make like a V. And then I fixed her hair by doing the curls in front, kind of like the picture. And this is Sandy 2.0, and she looks perfect. Now that's Sandy, right? So you can see, you know, she's got a little bit of definition right here. You can tell that there's like a collar or something right here. And then you can still see, I did a, I used my rainbow sprinkle black metallic yarn to make a surface crochet belt to kind of show the difference between that and the pants, and you can kind of see it shimmer and then how the pants don't shimmer. So, and then her hair is perfect. I love it so much. And again, it's one piece. So here is Sandy, and here is Danny. You're the one that I want. What do you guys think? How'd I do? So, Teresa, how'd I do? I wrote all of this up, and now this is a gift to her. Sorry, you guys. One day I might write up their patterns to like be distributed among people, but I did want to make this video because, you know, you can learn from your mistakes. This looks like Sandy's mom. Look. Yeah. So you can learn from your mistakes. Don't give up. And trial and error works. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked my little grease tots, and I hope that this helped inspire you not to give up as well. So if you've never designed a pattern, just go for it. I highly recommend it. I didn't think I could either. If you've never heard my story of why I first decided to design an amigurumi, I will link the video down below. That's not the only story in that video, but I will link that video down below because it's a good one. It's a good story why I decided to start designing, and I've never been so happy with a frustration in my life. If you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I hope this inspired you. I hope this helped you. Please remember that Spoonie or not, all are welcome on this channel, and you are awesome. You all are. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Yarn Zebra family. I would love to have you come back. Remember, there is a private Facebook group linked down below in every video. Please join. We have lots of fun over there, and you get sneak peeks like they've already seen these, so you can know before anybody else. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. Bye!